Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wake up, turn the volume up, because we got this week's episode of the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Cobold, joined by my guy, Max Faulkner. Max, damn it, that shade of blue has me thinking that you're on a new team this year.
Wow, I can't believe it. I try to hide it. Okay, I'm slouching a little bit. Okay, slouching. Yeah, I got a little Tennessee Titans.
Oh, that's fresh.
Got a little Tennessee
That's
Titans
fresh.
love here in Tennessee.
Fresh.
Yeah, I wore this shirt to the Tennessee Titans game where they freaking blew out the Bengals this year. Let's not forget about that.
Fuck the Bengals.
They'll be better this year, the Bengals. But I'm already on football now, Cole Breezy. Obviously, we have a lot to talk about today when it comes to college basketball. One more time, just one more little brief thing. But I'm ready to move on and start talking about some other sports because for the better part of 3 months or so, we were mesmerized by this season because it was such an incredible season. But anyway, Cole Breezy, what is going on over there in Colorado, man?
Man, good time over here. Good weather. Had my guy Ryan Bonk. Shout out Bonk. He was out here for the last week. That was our guy that had boots on the ground for the Purdue game for us. So he's been out here the last week. We hit up the Rockies game on Sunday. They lost a 3-2 game to the Tampa Bay Rays. Your guy, Chris Bryant, he came up late, runner on, double play. Okay, Chris Bryant, at least he suited up for this one, but late double play. Rockies are now 3-10, ain't gonna make any noise this year. But the biggest thing that stood out to me from this game was the starting pitcher for the Rays, Ryan Pepiot. Pepiot?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
From the Dodgers, young guy from the Dodgers. He's now with the Rays. Six innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 11 Ks. Okay.
Ooh.
Jack Alvarado, he's already got him, so don't bother to look.
I think he kept him.
Did he keep him?
I want to say he kept him. Yeah.
Ryan Pepiot. He was the biggest takeaway for me from that game with the Rockies.
Very nice. It's fun to see baseball kicking off here. I'm excited about my Cubbies. I think the Cubs are going to have a good season this year. Now under new management with Craig Counsell, baby. Real quick on Craig Counsell. Do you remember Craig Counsell when he used to play baseball, Cobras?
Brewers, right?
He played for the Brewers. I believe he was on the He might have been on the Diamondbacks when they won the World Series, if I'm not mistaken. Leave it in the comments, people. But for the funkiest, craziest batting stances, I think Craig Counsell by far has it. Man,
hell yeah.
That's a huge reason why I love the MLB. I love baseball. Two reasons. Batting stances and wind-ups. Okay, for pitchers, wind-ups. People have the craziest wind-up pitches, and then Craig Counsell's bats all the way up here. Like, how the hell do you hit the ball? The guy hit like 300. 300 batting average.
It worked for him.
But baseball, it's exciting that baseball season has started. We'll dive into baseball here and there. Bringing up we got some things to talk about in baseball.
We'll definitely be talking about the MLB, but nothing like it was last summer. Okay, when it was basically the whole podcast. MLB, we got to get more people interested in the MLB for sure.
Sadly, a lot of people just aren't as interested in baseball anymore. We brought up a lot of times last year that, hey, it's the short attention spans. People have very, very short attention spans, and they can't sit through a 3-hour game. If you're at the game, it's different. Okay, it's a different feeling. You could be sitting next to your buddy chatting, and out of nowhere you hear the hit, and you're like, oh, there's a home run. Like, you don't have to pay attention to the entire game. You could be talking and whatnot. So it makes it a little bit more fun. But yeah, watching it on TV, I understand. I get it.
For sure. Anything else from you, Max, before we get into all the sports talk that we got?
Actually, yes, I do have one quick. I have a quick thing. All right. One of my clients the other day said this is in LA. All right. A few of my clients are still in LA, and they know some people, Cole Breezy. They know people.
Okay.
I won't say who, but they know people. Anyway, they're in Malibu. They went to this restaurant that's on the beach. I don't know what restaurant. I've never been there. So if you catch my drift, I can't afford it. So they're there, and they tell me, Coco Breezy, just take a quick guess who was there.
Well, is it a athlete that plays in the state of California?
Athlete that plays, I'll even give you a bigger hint, in Los Angeles.
Is it the game of basketball?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna have to go with LeBron.
LeBron James was there with his family,
Wow.
and he was celebrating something. Sorry, I don't keep too much up with the NBA, especially with college basketball. That was heading. Sorry, I don't know what accomplishment he had, but he was celebrating. They said, and he had this big ass bottle of wine. Big ass bottle of wine. They said it was like too big. They said too big, too big. And then they're telling their kids, hey, go get an autograph. Go get an autograph. You know what they said, Cole Breezy? Which I
What'd
think
they
is
say?
the perfect answer. They
Mhm.
said, oh, is that Kobe Bryant?
Got him.
Nice.
Got him.
Nice one.
Got
Great
him.
answer. I bet if that was Michael Jordan, they would know right away. Oh, that's Michael Jordan.
Sure.
Okay. But messing up Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, kind of funny. Kind of funny. Anyway, so that's that. Really quick also, that same weekend, another one of my clients apparently knows some people. Go Brazy. She went to this party, dinner party that is. Pop singer, very well known. If you don't know her name, then I mean, fair enough. You live in a cave,
I might not.
yeah, which is you, Cole Breezy. You look like a caveman. Actually, you are the caveman, the Mishawaka
Mishawaka.
caveman.
Go caveman.
Caveman.
Mishawaka.
Yeah, they taught you well how to use a rock to get your food. Yeah, go kill
Yeah.
a squirrel out back.
Yeah.
Use Bentley.
Squirrel.
Bentley will go get it for you.
Double team.
Exactly. So pop singer. Go ahead, Cole Breezy. I'm actually curious. Who name out someone. Name out someone.
Nah. T Swift.
Nah, that's it. Okay. Lady Gaga.
Okay.
She went to a dinner party with Lady
Nice.
Gaga.
Wow.
Okay. She said
Nice.
her mansion was incredible. And like I'm picturing this long ass table with a fireplace and Lady Gaga's dressed all in black and it's freaky as shit. But she said, no, Lady Gaga's kind of normal. I was like, you sure about that? There was 50
Man.
people there. She probably didn't give you that much attention. One of those people might be your dinner. You might one
Well.
of those 50 might have ended up being dinner. So
I hope not.
just bring it up. Anyway, that was just a little fun insight from a few of my clients. Pretty cool they get to do those kinds of things. Not that I give, to be perfectly honest, I mean, whatever. Doesn't hype me up too much, but
Doesn't hype you up.
no, I mean, I guess if I get invited to a Lady Gaga party, why would I say no?
Hell yeah.
I'm not jumping out of my seat, but yeah, I probably would. I probably
Of course.
Would.
I
Why
think
would
you have to?
Why not?
I think you have to. You have to.
Yeah.
All right, Max. We got a big sports podcast here today. We're going to talk. Stay for the end because at the end we're going to talk about some of the bigger offseason moves for fantasy football.
Ooh.
Relevant. 4 guys to talk about switching teams. Big names here. So stay for the end for that. But you know what? We got some coaching carousel news. Okay, some coaches are switching schools in college basketball. But of course, we got to start with the national championship review, Max. The UConn Huskies went back-to-back, defeating your Boilers of Purdue 75-60. This was the 10th time 1 seeds met in the national championship game. UConn and Purdue combined for the highest point differential in the NCAA tournament between the 2 teams to meet in the national championship. They truly were the 2 best teams. The point differential was the biggest ever for 2 teams meeting.
Yeah.
70 combined wins between UConn and Purdue was tied for the second most wins between the 2 teams meeting in the national championship game. Second only to 2008 Kansas-Memphis.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay. I didn't know Memphis had that many wins that year.
1 seed, yeah, D Rose.
Well, I do know they were 1 seed. I didn't realize they had that many. But anyway, great.
The last time we had 2 7-footers start in the national championship game was 1984, Olajuwon and Ewing.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a nice matchup. Oh yeah.
We've never had 2 starters standing over 7'2" play in any NCAA tournament game. Never has happened. Klingon 7'2", Edey 7'4". Edey, as we all know, as we all expected, was dominant. 37 points, 10 boards. He scored 177 points in this tournament. That is
Badass.
tied for second with Princeton's Bill Bradley from 1965, number 1 on that list. 1989 Michigan with 184 points. Glenn Big Dog
Rice.
Rice. Only other Boiler in double figures in this championship game was Braden Smith. He had 12 points, 8 assists. He was the only Boiler to record an assist. Nobody else had an assist for Purdue. Boilers, 2 bench points. 2 bench points that fly in from Cameron Heidi. Is Cameron Heidi his name? That was the only bench points on the night.
That was nasty, by the way. Okay, we have a short out there of showing that replay. Oh my goodness, that guy, his head was above the rim.
Yeah.
How? What the hell did he jump off? He jumped off a trampoline. That was nuts.
Athlete.
I thought we were watching slam ball. You ever see slam ball, Kobe?
Oh, one of the better sports.
That was. They still do that, by the way, but they used to show it on Spike TV. I would watch that every Saturday. That was so freaking awesome.
I'm with you. 2 bench points from the Boilers. We look at Fletcher Lawyer. He played 30 minutes max and got a goose. The pee was dripping down his leg. It was dribbling down his leg. He was peeing himself out there. Mason Gillis, solid player that we both like. 24 minutes off the bench, a goose. Mason Gillis is MIA, just like he was against Fairleigh Dickinson. Yeah. Somebody better find him. Guess what? He entered the transfer portal along with Ethan Morton. I don't know if you knew that. Gillis and Morton, deuces to you both.
Wow.
Lawyer and Gillis, both gooses. This was the biggest stat for me here, Max. Biggest stat, and then I'm going to turn it over to you. Purdue was 1 for 7 from 3-point range. 1 for 7, okay? They were the second best 3-point percentage shooting team in the nation. Shout out to Anthony Billis for this one. Purdue had a streak of 330 straight games attempting at least 8 3-point attempts. We talked about it last week. Klingon was able to guard Edey. Obviously didn't stop him, but you don't have to help. Great game plan from Hurley. Stay home on the shooters. They only attempted 7 threes. 330 straight games for the Boilers. How many years is that? Attempting at least 8 threes. Hurley cut off the 3-point line. The Boilers have 49 NCAA tournament wins in program history. That is the most for a school without a national championship. Max, what do you think about your Boilers, the 75-60 championship win for the Huskies, and maybe give me something about Edey?
Sure. So it's disappointing, of course, to see that we got blown out. We really did. I was just at the grocery store today, and I was wearing my Purdue hat, and a guy came up to me and said, "Hey, they almost had him. They almost had him." I was like, "No, not really.
Not almost.
Not almost. No. No, the first half was good. Purdue went on a run. We had the lead like very early, and then UConn just took it away. You already said it, Cobrizi. Dan Hurley had a great game plan, which was let Edey do his thing, guard everybody else. And sadly, on Purdue's end, defense was soft, and even when they made stops, they weren't boxing out. Oh my goodness, the offensive rebounds that UConn continued to get and to get those second chances was so irritating. It was so irritating. Purdue's one of the best rebounding teams in the league. Top 5? They might have been top 5. Top 10. I think top 10. They were up there, and they just couldn't put their asses into those guards and box them out. Edey was doing his thing. We already knew he would, but that's it. That was it. Everyone else, I swear, just didn't, I don't know, just couldn't compete against some of these bigger guards from that UConn had.
14 offensive rebounds for the Huskies. 14.
That's 14 second chances, and that's why you lost. That is why you lost. The 3-point game, you think that maybe change the game plan a little bit. Maybe Edey sets a screen and try to draw the defense as you drive Braden Smith to dish out for a 3-pointer. Do things like that. It seemed like all they continued to do was just feed Edey, which, hey, I get it. He had 37 points. Damn. I mean, Edey had a good game.
Feed
Had a
him.
great game. Feed him the damn ball. Absolutely. But you had to change something up because, the second half, we were down by 10. I mean, after that first missed layup that Edey had to start the second half, and then they could run back and score, I was like, I think I don't know. I just immediately I had this bad taste in my mouth, and sure enough, that was it. UConn, there's nothing else to say other than we've been saying it all year, Cole Breezy. They were the best college basketball team by far. I brought up multiple times, this might be the best college basketball team that I've seen in my lifetime. In my 32 years of living, that's the best that I have seen. So the fact that Purdue at least went out there, gave their all, made it to the championship game, especially after last year's debacle, they come back, they had a chance. And I couldn't be more proud to be a Boilermaker. And I was rooting them on the entire game, but it's sad. It's definitely sad. It was but I will say that this was one of the most fun seasons that I had watching college basketball.
Yeah.
Loved watching the Purdue Boilers. And guess what? I'll be there next year and the year after that and the year after that. They have a hell of a program. I think them making the championship is going to get a lot of people a lot of kids wanting to go to the university, because Purdue is not only a great basketball school, but they're one hell of a university. They're one of the top in the nation. So lots of kids are going to want to come there. And so I don't think that this is the end for Purdue. Purdue fans, keep your chins up, smile, because Matt Painter and his coaching staff, they know what they're doing. We're going to be back. We'll be back there.
Great season for the Boilers, arguably the best in school history. But let's look at UConn and some history here, Max. Just in this game alone, they shot the ball better. They out-rebounded Purdue, had 10 more assists, turned the ball over less. They were just better. They had 4 guys in double figures, led by Tristan Newton's 20 points. He was the most outstanding player of the Final Four.
Well deserved.
Also led the championship last year in scoring with 19. Okay, back-to-back leading the championship game in scoring. Jeez, Tristan Newton. UConn is the first #1 overall seed to win a national championship since 2013 Louisville. It's been that long. The brothel, yes.
Picked them that year. I picked Louisville.
Hey. UConn, speaking of picking, UConn was picked preseason #3 in the Big East poll. Okay, and Dan Hurley, he'll remind you they were closer to 4th than they were to 2nd. Okay, not big expectations coming into this season. Not big expectations losing Jordan Hawkins and Andre Jackson, first-round picks, and then the most outstanding player in the Final Four, Adama Sanogo, losing those 3 guys. Wasn't big expectations coming into this season. But UConn now has 12 straight NCAA tournament wins by at least 13 points. No national champion had ever won all 6 NCAA tournament games by 13 plus until UConn did it last year. Now they do it again. Wow. This time they won all 6 by 14. Up in the ante. This is the largest point differential ever in a single NCAA tournament. 140 points. UConn outscored their opponents. The largest ever for a champion. This is the second largest win margin over the span of 2 NCAA tournaments. 21.7 points per game they've won these last 12 NCAA tournaments by. 21.7 points per game. The team to beat them by 0.8 of a point, 22.5 points per game, was the 1967-68 UCLA Bruins, who had 5 NBA players led by John Wooden. And, of course, a guy now we know as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was Lou Alcindor back then.
That's right, yeah.
They beat that 2-year span for those Bruins, beat this 2-year span for the Huskies by 0.8 points for a point differential over a 2-year NCAA tournament run. That's nuts.
Yeah.
UConn is now 12-0 in the Final Four and 6-0 in national championship games, all since 1999. They've never lost a Final Four game. in retrospect, in comparison, a Big Ten team from the conference of the Big Ten has been to the national championship game in 8 of the last 23 NCAA tournaments. 0-8. 0-8. This is the 9th time that a school has won back-to-back national championships, and only the 3rd since the tournament expanded in 1985. Of course, we have Duke in 91-92 and the Gators of Florida 06-07.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the 3rd time that we've had a national champion with at least 37 wins.
Wow.
In Kentucky in 2012 with Anthony Davis, MKG, they had 38, and my Jayhawks in 2008 had 37. UConn is now the 4th program with 6 national championships. Max, can you name me the other 3 programs?
North Carolina.
North Carolina has 6 along with UConn.
Duke.
Duke does not.
Ooh, 4?
Yeah.
They have 4 then.
I think 4 or 5, yeah.
4 or 5. UCLA.
Duke has 5, just to confirm.
Got
5 for Duke. UCLA has 11. That is the most.
Yes. There's one more, huh?
One more, number 2 with 8 national championships, also a blue blood.
Also a blue blood.
Is
it Kentucky? Kentucky. Yeah. Okay.
The Wildcats of Kentucky.
Wildcats,
So yeah, just to update everybody, it's UCLA with 11, Kentucky with 8, UConn 6, North Carolina 6, Duke with 5, Indiana with 5, Kansas with 4. Okay. So now they're in the top 3, top 4, tied in 3rd. Max, you brought it up just a little bit ago. I want to ask you, is this the most dominant 2-year run that we've seen in our lifetime in college basketball? We want to compare them probably to the Gators of Florida, back-to-back 06-07. UConn, over these last 2 years, they have a record of 68-11. 68-11 the Huskies are over these last 2 years. Looking at Florida in 06-07, those 2 years, exactly 68-11.
Wow.
Same fucking record. Max,
man,
the biggest thing for me here is Dan Hurley, because you look at that Gators team, they returned their top 7 scorers from the team that won the first one to the next one. They returned their top 7 guys. Okay, it was the same team. This Huskies team, way different. Way different. You bring in freshman Steph Castle, your guy Cam Spencer. It's a whole new team. Hats off to Dan Hurley. Is this the best 2-year run that we've seen?
That's a tough one. That's really a tough one. I like a team that sticks together. So I do love that the Florida Gators stick together, one another one. And then, I mean, in comparison, when you have Joakim, there might be a soft J in there. Joakim Noah and Al Horford, Corey Brewer. Who else was on that team? There's Mike Miller. Was he on that team too?
No. Torian Green, Lee Humphreys. That was the starting backcourt. You had Chris Richard off the bench. Very good.
Very good team. But I don't know. I've watched so many Connecticut games these past 2 years. Of course, it almost makes me biased towards that. But honestly, I think that this was Connecticut this season. Again, this was probably the best team I've ever seen. So I'll give it to them.
No national champion had ever won all 6 by at least 13 plus. They've done that in back-to-back years now. The point differential, winning all 12 of these games by 21.7 points, 21.7 point win margin in these 12 NCAA tournament games. Come on, that's only the UCLA Bruins and Lou Alcindor and John Wooden can say that. Okay, I gotta say this is the best team, best 2-year run that I've seen. I'm with you, Max.
Yeah.
Hats off to Dan Hurley, Tristan Newton, Donovan Clingan. You guys are national champions. Go fucking Huskies.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
We picked them. We picked them in our bracket.
We got it right. Hey, I got 5th in our pool. I was so close. So close. Just got to get a couple more of those first weekenders. A couple more.
Yeah.
But Cobrezi, before we move on, can we talk about Zach Edey one more time?
The back-to-back National Player of the Year.
I think we can squeeze 2 more minutes on the back-to-back Player of the Year and the best Purdue basketball player of all time. By the way, in case we didn't know, people, I started bringing up Zach Edey being the best player of all time, best Purdue basketball player of all time months ago. Okay. Now everyone like CBS, NBC, ESPN, now they're starting to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they're listening in. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they want a
They're
little don't
listening
tell.
to they're listening to Don't Tell Mama sports
They
podcast,
must
huh?
be talking to their mamas. They must be talking to their mamas. Hey, I know about this place called Don't Tell Mama. I'll tell you a little something from your mama.
Oh,
Anyway, let's
mamas are talking.
mamas are talking. They're chatting. Okay, so Zach Edey. Now he's going to the NBA. Everybody, okay. He's going to get drafted. And Cole Brazy, we talked about that. How the NBA has changed, and it's all about shooting, driving, dunks. That's it.
Ace in space.
Yeah, pace and space. That's it. Okay. My question for you? Do you think that Zach Edey is going to surprise the NBA?
If they're sleeping, if the NBA is sleeping on Zach Edey, then yeah, he could be a surprise. I think he could have a role. I think he could have a role off the bench, 4, 5, 6 minutes at a time and be a post presence. But I don't see him being a starter or anything.
The guy's 300 pounds, 7 foot forward. And do we see his moves? Do we see how he moves on the court?
Yeah, against college guys.
All right, real quick. Everyone, I posted a short not too long ago. It's obviously it's on YouTube. Don't Tell Mom Sports Podcast. Zach Edey is underrated. This video not only shows some moves that he has from the free throw line, but he's knocking down jump shots. His stroke is nasty. He has a nasty stroke. The guy
Yet
can
to be
shoot.
seen. Yet to be seen.
I know. And I get it. 7'4", 300 pounds. Why would you bring him out?
No.
I get it. He's
Me too.
dominating down low. But the fact is that he can't shoot those, everybody. He can't shoot them. And he's going to have to do that in the NBA. That's why, Cobrizi, I'm saying that I think Zach Edey is going to be a sleeper, and he's going to be a big surprise in the NBA where they're going to – I think he could be big time. I think he could be big time with his size. And if he could start knocking down three-pointers like Nikola Jokic,
Next Jokic, huh?
I wouldn't go that far. But if he can knock down the three-pointer, which he can, I've seen it, he's going to be all right. He's going to be up there. Zach Edey, is it going to be a surprise, everybody? Keep your eyes open for him.
I'll predict a rotation piece off the bench, giving you a couple buckets and rebounds a game, and you're going to say starter, maybe all-star potential?
Yes, at least one season. How about this?
Mark it down.
I'll say at least one
all-star?
season. At least one season he makes the all-star team. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Mark it down. We got some more college basketball to talk here. We got breaking news out of Lexington, Kentucky. Hall of Fame basketball coach John Calipari is leaving Blue Blood Kentucky for SEC foe Arkansas.
How about that?
This was a quick turn of events after the university had announced that Calipari would be returning just last week. Seems like the $33 million buyout was too much. They were going to bring him back. Now that he leaves, they don't have to pay him that $33 million. Calipari was squarely on the hot seat heading into next season. The athletic director had to release a statement confirming him coming back. That's what we were all thinking until Sunday night and news broke. The Kentucky fan base had reportedly been frustrated with three things. Only one NCAA tournament win since 2019. 1-4. That's 1-4 in their last 5 NCAA tournament games. 1-4, with losses of 15 seed St. Peter's and 14 seed Oakland, the Golden Grizzlies. They were also frustrated with his refusal to embrace the transfer portal, even though they had Antonio Reeves and Trey Mitchell were transfers. I guess he didn't like the transfer portal.
Okay.
Fan base was also reportedly frustrated with Calipari continuing to build freshman-focused rosters. Okay. Tired of the young guys.
Mm-hmm.
Spent 15 seasons at Kentucky. Can you believe that? 15 seasons.
That was quick.
It did go quick.
Yeah.
He had a 410 and 123 record. That's 77%.
It's pretty good.
Fourth most wins over that time span. He had 4 Final Fours, all in a 5-year span from 2011 to 2015. Don't forget that 2012 national championship win, Anthony Davis. Calipari had 6 SEC regular season titles at Kentucky, 6 SEC tournament titles, and 35 first-round draft picks, the second most by a head coach at one school since 1966. Max, what do you think about, we talked about Calipari last week. He had a meeting with the athletic director. They said that he was coming back. Sunday night, something changed. Now he's going to Fayetteville. What do you think about this jump? Staying in the SEC.
I kind of like it because of all the speculation and all these haters out there. He's like, you know what? I'm tired of it. I'm going to stay in the SEC. I'm going to prove all of you wrong by going to Arkansas. It sounded like that he had enough chicken in Kentucky. He had enough chicken in Kentucky and decided, you know what? I want to start going on that pig diet. I want to try some pig more often. Razorbacks, you get it, Cobra?
Hey. I like it.
All right.
I like it.
Calipari is going to do some amazing things in Arkansas. Good for them. Good pickup. It's going to be fun to see. It's going to be fun to see the Razorbacks going up against Kentucky this season. Well, next season. But Cobrazy, should we already start discussing who we think that Kentucky is going to pick up as their new coach?
Definitely. And just to close real quick on Arkansas, reportedly, Ole Miss's Chris Beard and Kansas State's Jerome Tang turned down the Arkansas job before the Razorbacks went and got Calipari. So they went after those 2 guys first and then went and called Calipari. But yeah, the Kentucky candidates, Max, you want me to start or you want to hold your guy for the end here, because I'm going to go through a couple names here. Dan Hurley, they called Dan Hurley, reportedly offered him a 7-figure deal, 0% chance he's leaving. He's going for a three-peat. He
ain't leaving.
He said his wife might divorce him if he made her move to the state of Kentucky. Okay, so he's not leaving the back-to-back champs. It's downright disrespectful that you didn't have him in your top 5 college basketball coaches last week.
He has like 100 wins. Stop.
2 national championships. Only 3 guys can say that.
100 career victories. Stop.
Disrespectful.
Stop it.
3 guys have 2 national championships. 3. Okay.
Looking at guys that have 700-800 wins. This guy's got 100.
You better relook at Dan Hurley, okay? But he's going to stay at UConn.
He was my number 6, by the way, so settle down.
Well, behind a couple queefs. Next guy, Nate Oates. He's reaffirmed his commitment to Alabama. Okay, he reaffirmed his commitment to Alabama. $18 million buyout. Might be too much. Another guy that I had at the top of my list, Jay Wright. Okay.
Coming back.
Does he want to come back? No, he made the record straight on Monday night. Said he's not interested in the job. Okay. Wow. My number one guy was Scott Drew until today. Okay. He turned down the Louisville offer, gets an interview with Kentucky, decides to stay at Baylor. Max, I've never heard of a guy turning down Louisville and Kentucky in the same month. That's crazy. That's crazy. But here's a top 5 in no specific order for me, Max. I'm going to throw Sean Miller's name in there. Okay. I'm going to throw Bruce Pearl's name in there.
Oh,
just got an update. Kentucky is reportedly considering BYU's Mark Pope, former player. I'm also going to throw in Rick Pitino. Was that your guy, Max?
That was my guy, Cobreezy. Hey. Rick Pitino won a championship with Kentucky back in 1996, 95, 96. Why not bring him back? Why not bring him back? He just proved that he can continue to keep coaching. St. John's should have made the dance. We already talked about this. We speculated about that. St. John's sucks. They usually have pretty bad seasons. Okay. When was the last time they made the dance? I don't know.
Early 2000s? Maybe.
I don't know. Anyway, almost squeezed them into the dance this year. Dude, this is the guy. This is the guy you want. It's Rick Pitino.
This guy's in my top 2 for sure for candidates here that I think might happen. Like you said, won a national championship in 96 with Kentucky. Rick Pitino's on record stating that the biggest regret of his coaching career was leaving Kentucky. Okay.
Ooh.
The biggest regret of his coaching career was leaving Kentucky, I believe, for the Celtics, Boston.
Oh, there you go.
But the other guy I'm going to throw in the hat, top two, along with Rick Pitino, you got to call this guy. You got to call this guy Billy Donovan. Okay. Billy Donovan. Give him a call. He's with the Bulls. He
I
spent
like it.
nine
I
nine
like
years
that
now in the
pick.
NBA.
Yeah, yeah.
What's going to happen? He's going to be on the hot seat next year probably. And why would you want to hang out on the hot seat like John Calipari would have done with Kentucky? Why would you hang out on the hot seat when you can go do something like this? Now, reportedly, Billy Donovan's been offered the Kentucky job twice in the past when they first hired
Wow.
Billy Gillispie, and then when they hired Calipari first, Billy Donovan had been offered the job first and turned it down. So you go ahead and give Billy Donovan a call, who's just has a mediocre team in the Bulls with not really a future.
No.
Why would he want to stay there? Come on back to college. College basketball is totally different from when Billy Donovan was coaching, before NIL, before all the transfer portal, before recruitment. It's more like the NBA game now, college basketball with a free agency. Billy Donovan, Rick Pitino, that's my top two, Max, for the Kentucky job.
Oh, I like that. I like both of those names, Go Breezy. I wasn't thinking Billy Donovan, but you're absolutely right. To be honest, ever since he went to the NBA, I mean, if I have to pick a team, I am watching the Bulls. You know, I am because I'm from Chicago, or near Chicago, I should say. But I completely forgot about Billy Donovan. That's a great idea. Bring him back to college ball. Dude, a two-time champion, back to back. We just talked about it,
Back to
people.
back.
Back to backers with the Gators. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, let's him or Patino. Let's go.
Yeah, nice. Moving along, talking more college basketball this week in the Don't Tell Mama Sports podcast. The Arkansas basketball job, head coaching job, was only open because Eric Musselman left for USC. Okay. And we got a little coaching carousel here because I want to start with how the USC job opened, because Andy Enfield left USC for SMU, Southern Methodist. Okay. The Mustangs of Southern Methodist will be in the ACC conference next year. Can you believe that?
Did not know that.
Can you believe that?
Cool.
Yeah. So Andy Enfield, he's on record saying he would not have taken this job if not for the ACC move.
Yeah, definitely.
He spent 11 seasons at USC after those 2 years at Florida Gulf Coast. Remember Dunk City, the 15 seed, beating Georgetown, going to the Sweet 16. Andy Enfield, those 11 seasons at USC, 220 and 147. That's 60%. 5 NCAA tournaments. He only got to the Sweet 16 once. It was the Elite Eight run in 2021. They beat down my Jayhawks. But so Andy Enfield leaves USC for SMU, opens up USC. Eric Musselman comes on over from Arkansas, which opens up the door for Calipari. See how this all goes around. Musselman spent 5 years at Arkansas, 111 and 59 record. That's 65%. This was after he's had 4 years and 3 straight NCAA tournament appearances at Nevada, okay, with the Martin boys.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that.
He made the NCAA tournament in 3 of his 5 years at Arkansas. Back-to-back Elite Eights and a Sweet 16 in there, beating my Jayhawks last year. Max, how many shirts are going to get ripped off at USC next season for Eric Musselman?
It's a different vibe out there in California, man. I mean, a lot of people are walking around without their shirts on. Maybe he can hand one of those shirts to the local homeless people because they probably need it on their back. Maybe some sunscreen while they're at it.
Ooh.
Good for Eric Musselman going to USC. I got nothing against USC. Are they in the Big Ten now? Yeah, they're going to be in the Big Ten. I'm going to see Eric Musselman all the time now. How about it? All the time.
It's weird. That's
It
weird.
it's so weird. It's so weird. But, I mean, USC, is Collier still on the team? Is he staying?
Declared. Isaiah Collier declared for the draft for sure.
Yeah.
He's a lottery pick.
Okay. Interesting. And so did LeBron James's son, Bronny.
Bronny, yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
So it sounds like kind of like a rebuilding process there. But Eric Musselman's a really good coach. I like that question about the shirts. But luckily, there's a bunch of bins on every corner in Los Angeles filled with give away your clothes for the homeless people.
Donations.
I can't believe I didn't send you this video because one day I was filming it. I saw homeless people climb into that bin.
Oh,
Okay, and it's a steel bin. Okay,
cozy.
it's not like you could just like it's not a bucket. It's a bin. You have to open it like this, kind of like like a mailbox when you're dropping off the mail. Open it like this. Went inside of it, scooped around, found a pair of shoes,
That big?
jumped back out, jump back. Yeah, it's pretty tall. It's probably like 8 feet. So anyway, Eric Musselman, if you're just gonna toss your shirts around, put them in there because apparently there's more. There might be more homeless people than actual citizens in California now, so they could
Oh,
probably use your shirts.
damn. Damn. That's a lot. But yeah, I like the move for Musselman. I guess he's from the Southern California area. And yeah, I like his juice. Back-to-back Elite Eights with the Sweet 16 in there. I like his juice. Getting up on the fucking scores table and ripping your shirt off. Fuck yeah. I'm for it. I'm for it.
I like it. I like the
Even
energy.
even when one of them was beating Kansas when he did it. Whatever. Whatever. Max, like we promised here, we're gonna finish this episode with a little bit of NFL talk.
Yeah, it's been a while,
Okay.
Cobrazy. It's been a while.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but Super Bowl's in February, so what? We've only had like 2 months not talking football, so
True.
it
True.
wasn't really that long, but it feels long. It feels
It
long.
does. It does.
Fantasy at least for sure. And these four guys we want to talk about switching teams in free agency, one of them a trade. These are all fantasy relevant moves. If you're in keeper leagues, you're going to have to be deciding on these guys. But we want to start with the running back position. Okay, we got three backs here.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley left the New York Giants to go sign a 3-year, $37.75 million deal with the Philadelphia Eagles. Barkley is 27 years old. He spent his first 6 seasons all with the Giants. Last year in fantasy full PPR leagues, he was running back 13, 247 carries for 962 yards, 6 rushing tutties. What do you think about Barkley going to the Eagles, Max?
Ooh, that is exciting for Barkley owners out there for fantasy football. If you're thinking about if you just do a redraft, I could see Barkley in the second round, maybe second round. I don't know. I maybe
Whoa.
second round. Second round. I
Mm,
don't think I would jump the gun on that. I'm thinking more wide
mm,
receivers for a first round, just so we're
mm.
clear. But
Oh,
Saquon Barkley to the Eagles. Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goddard, Jalen MVP. Did Jalen Hurts win an MVP a couple years ago?
So
I
hard to
don't.
remember.
Yeah,
So hard to remember.
well, he's always up for MVP, and now you got Saquon Barkley, dude. This is a freaking all-star team. Unfreaking real.
Yeah.
Unreal. Look out for the Eagles running that East next year. Woo.
I think we're at a 90% keeper lock for Queef Wilson and Saquon Barkley. He's had him for a few years now. I think we're about approaching 90, 95 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Another running back we want to talk about on your team right now, Max, Josh Jacobs. He left the Las Vegas Queef shit sniffing Raiders for the Green Bay Packers on a
Yeah.
4-year, $48 million deal. He's still only 26 years old. He spent his first 5 years with those Raiders. He was running back 28 last season, Max, okay? Running back 28, 233 carries, 805 yards, 6 tutties. But let's not forget the year before, the rushing king, 1,653 rushing yards and 12 tutties on the ground. Max, can he get back to those kind of numbers, or is he what we saw last year coming into Green Bay?
It's not going to be last year. I think he'd be closer to 2 years ago than he would be last year. He's definitely breaking 1,000 yards, and he's going to get more receiving yards because think of Aaron Jones, right? When Aaron Jones was running that backfield, how many catches he was getting back there,
A
dude.
lot.
Josh Jacobs is a hell of a receiver for a running back.
Mm.
He is going to dominate that backfield. The Packers, what a blessing for Josh Jacobs to go to the Packers compared to the Raiders. The Raiders are a shit show. Sadly, he had to be there in Oakland, which is the shittiest city in America. Shits everywhere. Razor blades, crack pipes, heroin syringes everywhere. Okay. Moves to Vegas, filled with hookers, and everything's fake and drugs and cocaine and, well, more hookers. He finally gets out of there and he goes to a football city where all they think about is football. Jack Alvarado, we already know that he's a big time Green Bay Packers fan. I might be getting some trade offers from him. I wouldn't doubt it. Might be trying to trade for Josh Jacobs.
Wow.
I'm very excited about Josh Jacobs this year. I'm not going to say he's a keeper.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
But I'll give you a high percentage because I think he's going to have an outstanding year in a Packers team that made the playoffs last year, Cole Breezy, and we thought they were going to be dead last in the division. You kidding me?
That keeper percentage about 75?
I would say at least 75.
Oh, wow.
At least.
I think Josh Jacobs has plenty of juice left.
Oh,
26 years old still. Let's not sleep. My biggest bust of the division last year. He was going as the top 5 running back 28. That's a bust.
That is a bust. Yeah.
One more running back we want to talk about. Okay. Damn it. I hate to say it. But leaving my Tennessee Titans, the king, Derrick Henry, signed a 2-year, $16 million deal with the Baltimore Ravens, okay? Whenever there was trade speculation, whenever people were talking about destinations for Derrick Henry, it was always Baltimore. It was always Baltimore. There was always a fit there. Damn it. One of the best Titans ever, okay? 30 years old, Max. The King, Henry, 30 years old right now, 8 seasons with the Titans. He was running back 8 last year, okay? Still's got the juice. He led the league. Led the league with 280 carries. 1,167 rushing yards and 12 tutties on the ground. He has 6 straight seasons of double-digit rushing touchdowns. 6 straight double-digit rushing tutty seasons. He led the league in carries in 4 of the last 5 years. That one he didn't is because he broke his fucking foot and missed half the year.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This guy's a fucking machine. 30 years old. My favorite player in the game. Can he get the Ravens over the hump and get Lamar Jackson a Super Bowl?
Oh, absolutely, dude. He definitely still has one. Cobra, how many years have we said in a row? He's got one more season in him. He's different. Oh my
He's
goodness.
different.
You said it. He is a machine. Cobrazy, I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it many more times here in the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. This is the best running back I've seen in my lifetime. The best running back I've ever seen. I got to see him even this season against the Cincinnati Bengals where he had 2 touchdowns. And I was like, this guy's the best player in the game. This is the best running back in the game by far. He's unstoppable. And at 30 years old, he just keeps going, shows his work effort inside of the gym, Cobrizi. That guy is in there every day, pumping iron, ready to go. And probably
running on the beach.
Beast.
This dude's an animal. What? My favorite player, Max. I hate to see him go, but is he going to be a keeper for Zach? What do you think? You think Zach's going to keep him?
I think it's really hard for him to let go. I think that's going to be really hard for Zach to let go. I don't know what other keepers he has other than Christian McCaffrey. We already know that's a lock. Mm-hmm. I think it's him going to the Ravens. Oh my goodness. I think it's too hard to let go.
Yeah. The combination of strength and speed is unmatched. He can run you over, and if he gets to the outside, he can outrun you.
Bye-bye.
Okay? The combination of strength and speed is unmatched from anybody in the NFL that we've seen at that position for sure. Last big move we want to talk about here from the wide receiver position was a big trade between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans.
That's right.
Wide receiver Stephon Diggs is leaving Buffalo, and now a Texan with C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Joe Mixon. Okay.
Oh, Joe Mixon signed too. I forgot about that. Oh my!
This team
goodness.
won the division last year with a rookie head coach, D'Amico Ryans, a rookie quarterback. They won the division. Okay. The trade details here. Stephon Diggs goes to Houston with a 2024 6th rounder and a 2025 5th rounder. In return, Buffalo gets a 25 2nd rounder. That's it. Anything on those details? You look a little puzzled there.
Some of these trades, I have no idea why they'd be like, yeah, it sounds good.
Diggs and 2 picks for a 2nd rounder.
I do not understand it other than cap space,
Mhm.
money.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the only other reason you can logically think about a trade like that.
Money, and I think Stephon Diggs was a headache. I think they were tired of him.
Oh,
I think they were tired of him.
oh, does he talk a lot in the locker room?
I think
Is
there's a
that
lot of gun bumping. A lot of gun bumping. I think
got
I
it?
think I think they were tired of him. He's 31 years old also. He's 31
I
in
didn't
November. In November,
31.
sorry. In November, he's turning 31.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
old.
A little older,
The
Max.
receivers can go a little bit older.
They
They can
can.
they can
They
they can
can.
go a little deeper in the league. Yeah.
He was wide receiver 9 last year, so he still got it.
Yeah.
107 catches for 1,183 yards and 8 tutties on 160 targets. He's still a high volume receiver, okay?
Mm-hmm.
4 straight seasons, all with Buffalo, of at least 103 catches for 1,183 yards, 8 tutties on 154 targets. Those were his lows. Those were his minimums, okay? He had 4 years remaining on his contract, Max. He got a raise for this next season from 8.5 million up to over 22 million.
Woo.
And Houston wiped out the final 3 years of the deal. He's going to be a free agent this season. What do you think about that?
So he's with Houston for 1 year.
1 year, they wiped out the other 3 years. He's going to be a free agent this offseason.
Houston is playing some smart football, are they not?
Hey.
I said it since last season when they made that incredible trade to get not only they had the second overall pick. Yeah, second.
Yep.
So they had the second overall pick, and then they traded to get the third overall pick.
Yep.
So they had 2 in a row, and then
Will
they
Anderson from Bama.
And they drafted 2 incredible players, dude. And then now this trade, they're like, you know what, Stephon Diggs, we like you, we traded for you, but show us that you earn more money than what your contract says.
Mm-hmm.
You want to earn some more money? Let's see what you can do here in Texas with CJ Stroud. I think they're making some smart moves in Houston. Look out! Look out!
Are we going to make a prediction right now that they're going to go back to back, win the division again?
I still think it's going to be tough with the Jaguars.
Oh,
I do
they
think
can't do it this year. They can't do it again.
Oh, the Texans can do it again. Texans can do it again, no doubt about it. Jaguars
Are you
last
going
year.
Jags? You going Jags right now in April?
No.
April?
No. Dude, it's too early. They're not even practicing. They're not even
I'm
practicing.
going Houston. Houston's winning the AFC South in 2024. Damn it. Put your balls on the table. Pick a team.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She's yelling at me. Jeez Louise, what am I in grade school? Max, wake up. Wake up.
Anything else from you on these NFL guys, Max? We got the NFL draft coming up here in 2 weeks. We're gonna be looking at prospects next week. We're gonna be doing a top 10 mock draft the week after. So NFL talk's gonna be getting bumped up here. Anything else from you about the NFL?
Really excited about the NFL draft. Cobrazy, my Chicago Bears, let's bring up 30 seconds of the Chicago Bears, made some hella moves this offseason. Big time moves. They get Keenan Allen. They're going to go draft the big dog, Caleb Williams. They got DeAndre Swift as a running back. They probably signed some defensive players. They probably signed, they always do. They're probably going to draft, with their 9th overall pick, they're probably going to draft someone in defense, on defense. I'll be looking into that when we get to that point. Dude, Bears won the Super Bowl back in 1985. Bears went to the Super Bowl in 2005. 2025 is coming up, Cobrazy. Every 20 years, the Bears just squeeze in there.
Sorry.
Just saying.
Sorry. I hear you, but I don't hear you.
Fine.
Max, before we get out of here, we got to give a shout out to our guy Logan Angles, the ESPN Tournament Challenge winner of our pool. $760 in the pot. First place gets $600. Whoa, hey, congrats.
Congratulations.
He's from Indianapolis. He lives 5.5 blocks away from me now in Denver, Colorado. Logan Angles, he had UConn over Purdue in the championship game. Also with NC State in his Final Four. My goodness.
Wow, that's a hell of a pick.
Find me somebody's bracket that can say that, please. Find me somebody. He's taking home $600 for first place. Damn it. Hats off to you, Logan.
Well done. Man, one of these days, I'm going to win that freaking bracket pool. Again, I came in 5th. I think last year I came in 7th. I'm getting
Knocking
there.
on the door.
I'm getting
Knocking on
back.
the
I'm
door.
getting back there. It's
You're
just so
knocking.
hard. It's so hard. But congratulations to Logan. I don't know who the hell you are, but you get my money. So congratulations.
It's your money, your wife's money, your dad's money, and your
And my
brother's money.
brothers.
That's gonna do us here, Max. Anything? Oh, your boy. You got
Yeah, last thing here, everybody. In case we were unaware, sadly happening today. Sadly,
breaking news.
I don't know about sadly, but breaking news coming out of the sports world. O.J. Simpson has died. So Cobrizi, apparently he was battling with cancer. In other words, some people call it cancer, some people call it karma. Maybe that was the wrong thing to say here, but when it comes to O.J. Simpson, I think that it's pretty accurate. Now, you're on two sides when it comes to O.J. Simpson. You're either, oh, well, the gloves didn't fit, so they're full of shit.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear, here's some pictures of him wearing gloves. Those gloves fit. Okay, so I don't know what kind of debate that was. Those gloves definitely fit on his hands. So what do you mean the glove don't fit? He's full of shit. Anyway, I think he, let's not get detailed on the trial. It's a bummer. He was a hell of a football player. Okay, we'll give him that. Hell of a football player. Had a great career. Off the field, he did something nasty, and he got away with it. And then after he got away with it, he wrote a book called "Did I Do It?" How fucking arrogant, and let's go both words: ignorant,
Ridiculous.
to do something. Yeah, to do something like that. So again, I don't mean to be harsh, but I call it karma, and I'm not saying he deserves to die or anything. I don't want to. I'd ever wish anyone to die. Okay, because I didn't even know that he was battling through cancer. It's a bummer. It's a bummer to see, but I think that maybe the world's a little bit better now that we don't have to continue to contemplate whether or not did he do it? Did he do it? Maybe we'll get some answers now, Cobrizi. Maybe some answers will start coming out since he's already gone.
I think he not only did that, but he also held those two guys hostage with a gun. Those two memorabilia guys. That's why he's in jail. That's why he's been in jail for the first place. He held two guys at gunpoint. So fuck that. Okay.
Yeah. The guy has some mental issues, and it's been with him. Too many hits to the head, and he got away with it. But he was good in Airplane. So let's. Was he in Airplane? Yeah,
I think so.
Or was it?
You wouldn't know, not me.
No, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in Airplane.
He was in 20 movies, is what I heard today.
Yeah, Naked Gun. Sorry, Naked Gun. He was a Naked Gun.
Okay.
Same kind of goofiness.
Didn't see either of them, so.
Funny movies. Those are classics. Those are good.
Nice. Well, Max, that's gonna do us this week here on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. You know, the last little bit of college basketball talk that we're probably gonna have for a little while.
Sad day.
We're getting into the NFL draft coming up here. MLB starting to spring roll now. We got the Olympics. We got the Olympics on the doorstep.
Can't
oh my goodness.
Freaking wait. We're definitely going to be talking a lot about the Olympics, everybody. I'm a big fan of the Summer Olympics. It's on my TV 24/7, or as long as it'll be on.
Okay?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out, giving us any time that you gave us. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the likes, comments, subscribers. Max, we hit a big milestone, and where can they find that milestone at?
Everybody, thank you so much for subscribing and commenting and just everything that you've been doing, watching us, and even sharing. We appreciate you all coming out to the Don't Tell Mom Sports Podcast. We broke 1,000 subscribers, everybody. We broke 1,000. We're about to break, and in a span of a week, we're so close to breaking 1,100. 1,100.
Goodness.
We just keep rolling. We just keep rolling, and it's because of all of you out there helping us out. We appreciate you all, and please. I love to see these conversations that we're having because it's getting pretty juicy in the comment section. I come to the point where I actually step back. I was like, you know what? You guys just go ahead and handle it because people are commenting to each other.
Like, Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
We can leave it at that. We can leave it at that.
Hell
But
yeah.
we appreciate you guys. Not only can you find us on YouTube, but you can find us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Twitter, also known as X, Instagram, and that's it. I think I got them all.
You know, we never know. We never know, actually.
Whatever. We're all over the place.
Whatever. Thanks for coming out, everybody. I can't wait to talk to y'all again next week. And Max, I can't wait to see what your Bears are going to do with 2 top 9 picks in this NFL draft.
Ooh, look out. Every 20 years, Breezy. Every 20 years. Us in Chicago's a shithole right now. It's so sad. It's so sad to see. So hopefully we can figure something out. Maybe bring some more fans into the stadium, get us pumped up, and we'll be there. We'll be there because the Bears we're gonna put up a fight this year, everybody. So be ready.
Nice.
Be ready.
Hell yeah.